Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, if you guys couldn't tell by the title, is going to be a little bit different than my usual content. But that is also something that I wanted to talk about in this video. I feel like my channel is kind of going to be changing a little bit. I think that a huge part of the reason why I have been struggling with getting content up lately is because I haven't felt super inspired lately, and it's not necessarily like in my life and this and that. I'm really happy with where I am in my life at the moment and just everything that's been, you know, going on in my life. I feel like just with like content in general, I have been struggling that my heart's just not in making beauty videos right now. And that's not to say that, you know, randomly I'm gonna be making like beauty videos like hauls and stuff. I do like to film hauls still a little bit, but even the last one that I put up, I definitely feel like I wasn't excited about it. I wasn't excited to film. But yeah, it's just, I think I'm just going to be making videos solely on just what's going on at the time. I do love to vlog. I do love to make lifestyle videos and things like that. So I think that's gonna kind of be where I'm steering towards at the moment. I'm still super interested in beauty and I still, you know, love to do it. But even today I was gonna film a get ready with me before sitting down to film this video, and I could only film about like 5 minutes of it because I just felt like I wasn't passionate about what I was talking about. So there was just a lot of like awkward silences and things like that, and I just, you know, I think I'm just going to be transitioning a little bit more just into videos where I just, you know, maybe talk to you guys about stuff and like vlogs and things like that. So if you guys have any requests for videos, leave them down below, just because I am struggling with the idea of, you know, content to make. So if you guys have any ideas, then you know, leave me requests down below and I will definitely think about doing them. To today's video, I wanted to do a video about how to get yourself out of a rut. And I'm looking down at my phone because I have like points written down or like ideas written down. So I was literally driving the other day and this idea came into my head because I feel like it's super easy to get yourself into a rut, but it's really hard to get yourself out of them sometimes. Getting yourself into one, you don't necessarily know that it's happening, it just kind of happens, and then one day you wake up and you're like, oh my god, I'm so bored in my life. Like, you're just tired of doing the same thing every single day. And then now that it's gonna be fall and winter time, I feel like it's a lot easier for people to get into ruts because there's just not as much to do and you're inside a lot more, and you know, you're in school or, you know, you're working more and things like that, whereas the summer is kind of more of like a, I feel like a carefree time of the season. I came up with 7 tips to help you guys if you are in a rut, and some of these are just super simple. Some of these may not apply to you per se, so I tried to come up with some, you know, solid tips on how to do this. So my first tip is to park somewhere new at work or school. And I know this sounds super silly, and I mean, if you work somewhere where, you know, you have assigned parking, then that may not necessarily apply to you. But if you are someone who, you know, you tend to park in the same spot every day, you walk the same way to class or into work and things like that, that can be something that I would say causes a rut for me. I hate routine. I like to have a routine as far as like consistency and being solid with what I'm doing in my life, but as far as like a routine where, you know, I park in the same parking spot, I walk the same way to work, it might be something nice just to kind of park in a different spot, walk into work or school in a different direction, get a different scenery. And then I think that can kind of just change things up a little bit for you. I've done this before where, you know, I start parking on the opposite side of the building at work, or I'll park in, you know, an opposite side of the parking lot at school. And I know school can be a little bit different because, you know, you do want to park as close as you can to get to your class. But if you have a little bit of extra time, you know, maybe park a little bit farther and have, you know, a nice little walk into your first period or into work that day. And that can really help as well, especially now that the weather is, you know, starting to cool down a little bit. Now I feel like it's the perfect time to have some fresh air and like a good walk to work. So that can be really helpful just to kind of get, you know, a different scenery for the first thing you do every day. That definitely helps me. Okay, so the next one, it may seem kind of like juvenile or silly, and this one is to change your phone wallpaper often. And I know this seems super silly, super juvenile, just kind of like, why do you need to change your wallpaper all the time? But for me, I change my wallpaper quite often because I'm always on my phone. You know, whether it's on my off time or, you know, during work, things like that, or, you know, you're checking emails on your phone. You're constantly looking at your phone, and even if it's just sitting there, you know, you're clicking it to check your phone. So I think that it's, you know, important to kind of change the way that you look at your phone. I personally like to change my wallpapers to, you know, like inspirational quotes and things like that. So you see something different every day on your phone. And you don't necessarily have to change it every single day because that can be a little bit excessive. But, you know, maybe like once every 2 weeks or once a week, just switch up your wallpaper, because your phone is something that you constantly have on you, and it's something that you're constantly looking at. And it's nice to kind of, it gives you more of that feeling of, oh, you know, like when you just get a new phone and things feel like really fresh and clean and things like that. I kind of see it that way. Changing my wallpaper kind of makes me feel like my phone is a little bit different, if that makes any sense at all. But yeah, I really think that that's helpful because, you know, you look at your phone so often that it's nice to kind of have a change of what you're looking at every single day, all the time, every day. And with that, you can even, I mean, if you have like an iPhone, you can even like rearrange your apps and stuff, and it just kind of gives your phone like a little bit of like a fresh feel. Because let's face it, we're all on our phones and we're not going to be giving them up anytime soon. This third one definitely can be pertain to you depending on, you know, your health and things like that, but exercising. And I know this sounds super cliche and a little bit crazy, but exercising really does help. And I'm not saying like go to the gym and turn into like a big buff woman, but even if you just like go to hot yoga or do something to get your heart racing, that's definitely, especially if you're somebody who like doesn't like to exercise. I have found that I've been going to the gym 3 to 4 times a week lately, and getting myself there is the hard part, but once I'm there, I'm so glad that I went, and that's what's really important. And it's kind of changed up my routine every day. You know, and I don't have specific days necessarily that I go to the gym. Some days, if, on a Wednesday, if I don't feel like going, that's fine. I'll go on Thursday instead. So don't push yourself to have like a set schedule and you have to do this, because then you're gonna really dread it. But definitely just like exercise and get yourself feeling good and drink lots of water. That is definitely gonna help with your rut, because you're not gonna be feeling like you're just lazy and you come home and sit on the couch and watch TV. You know, you're getting up and you're exercising, and I think that that's really gonna help, isn't it? I mean, it definitely sparks a better mood for me, at least. My next one is to make dinner every night. And I know that some nights you're gonna wanna do takeout and you're gonna, you know, that's fine. These tips are not to completely change your lifestyle and, you know, become a whole different person. But if you are somebody who eats out a lot, try cooking at home. And I mean, it's gonna probably save you quite a bit of money, because I tend to cook, when I cook, I tend to cook like quite big portions, so there's always leftovers for lunch at work the next day. So again, it's saving me money by not having to purchase lunch the next day, and things like that. So I don't know, I just think that, you know, it's really nice to come home, make yourself dinner, spend, you know, that 20-30 minutes making yourself a really nice meal, and just having that time to yourself. I think that's really important. If you like have a family and stuff, then, you know, it's always kind of a good feeling knowing that like you made a really good meal and that other people enjoyed eating it as well. So I think that that can really help get yourself out of a rut, because when you're in a rut, you just tend to not want to do anything, and you're gonna really have to push yourself to cook dinner every night, because trust me, I know how annoying that can be and how like dreadful that can be. But I love just going on Pinterest and pinning like super quick, like easy meals. So my next one is to switch up your order, and this is whether you go to Starbucks in the morning, you know, you pick up food on the way in, different things like that. If you have something that, you know, you go to Starbucks every morning, or you go to McDonald's and get a coffee every morning, kind of switch up what you get. And you know, this is completely optional. If you're somebody who really loves like your caramel macchiatos, you know, by all means, stick to your caramel macchiatos. I think it can really help, you know, just seeing a coffee and trying something new. And Starbucks has this really good, Starbucks has a really good motto as far as like, you know, if you try something new and you really don't like it, they'll make you another drink free of charge. So you really don't have too much to be scared about here. Just, you know, maybe get a different type of syrup in your coffee or use a different type of creamer. Just kind of get your routine of what you drink or eat every single morning. Kind of switch it up a little bit. It can just make you feel a little bit more like refreshed. And, you know, I think that's what all of these different, you know, tips and tricks are, is just to kind of refresh your everyday lifestyle. And it doesn't mean to, you know, change everything completely and, you know, make a complete 180 and become vegan and this and that, but just, you know, kind of refresh things a little bit. Use, like I said, use a different creamer, use a different kind of syrup. Get your coffee iced instead of hot, or get it hot instead of iced. Just do subtle things that kind of will switch up your moods a little bit. So this one is definitely dependent on, you know, where you live and, you know, your destination every day, but try to take a different route to school or to work, because I know for me, I hate rush hour traffic, and I hate just like sitting there and you're, you know, you're doing the same distance every single day. And, you know, if you have a little bit of extra time one day, take a different route to school, take a different route to work, and you give yourself a different kind of scenery that you see every single day. And, you know, you don't have to take a different route every single day, or, you know, take a new route every single day, but just give yourself an extra like 10 minutes one day and just go on a different way and get a different type of scenery, see different people, because you probably have seen the same type of people driving to work every day, because everybody tends to do that because we're creatures of habit. But just, I don't know, I find that that can be a little bit nice because, again, really refreshing. It kind of refreshes your eye to see something new on your way. So the 7th and final one is to actually spend time getting ready. And this can be a tricky one, especially if you're somebody who struggles with getting up in the morning, like I do. I have tended, especially lately, I have tended to snooze my alarm twice every single day, which is weird because I never used to. But I think part of it is because I am going to the gym a lot more. My body's just really tired in the mornings, but I think that it's really important to take time getting ready, especially now that it's the fall time. Switch up your makeup, switch up your outfits. I mean, granted, we're all gonna have to switch up our outfits pretty soon because it's gonna get freezing, but just take time getting ready. Let yourself feel really good. Don't just get up in the morning, throw your hair in a bun, throw on some mascara, and then head out. Maybe twice a week, you know, get up, spend time curling your hair and really indulging in yourself and doing your makeup and, you know, picking out a really nice outfit that you feel great in, or go out and buy yourself, you know, a nice new top to wear to work or school that day. But you're gonna feel so much better that day knowing, you know, you walk past a mirror and you feel really good about yourself. You feel like, wow, you know, like my makeup looks really nice, or my hair looks really great today. So I think that that one's kind of a crucial one just for women in general, just to do for yourself. You know, everybody can get stuck in that, oh, I'm just gonna wear leggings today, or I'm just gonna wear sweats today and throw my hair up. But take time and indulge in yourself and do your makeup and do your hair and just have some fun with it. So that is going to be it for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it, and like I said, leave requests down below for anything that you guys would like to see. I kind of am interested in doing advice videos. So if you guys like ever want to DM me on Twitter or on Instagram with any advice, obviously I would, you know, keep you anonymous if I made a video about it. But I don't know, I think that's something that I'm pretty interested in. So if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, then let me know and I can do that for you. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys in my next one. Bye!